This is Clancy. He's up in the top 10 of biggest mistakes I've ever made. Was getting him from the dog pound. They had him drugged and he was underfed. I've only had him for a couple months now. He's bulking out into a big scary looking pit bull. And I mean, I don't see anything wrong with pit bulls, but I do see things wrong with people who breed and own them for nefarious purposes. Why don't they just do like on what was the name of that movie where two men enter, one man leaves the cage, they fight to the death. That's what they should do with people, not dogs. And that guy that they let back into the NFL after what he did, and people continue to be fans of this man. Continue to support the NFL. Wow. It's like I said before, there's no length. There's no end to the length that people will go to get what they want and to better the lives and the medicine and what have you of humans. It's okay to do whatever they want to whatever, whomever. The cruelty is completely off the charts when it comes to factory farming, but nobody wants to hear about it. Nobody wants to see the reality of it. I mean, when somebody sits down a big plate full of this animal meat, oh, that looks divine. Oh yes, it's delicious. Yeah, it was a baby cow. Now it's veal. Oh, yummy. Yeah, we make sure these baby calves, they don't see the light of day. We feed them milk, we underfeed them, abuse them, then we slaughter them and make them look real pretty for your enjoyment, human. My dog has to go outside. So now it's recording again. I had it on pause for a few minutes. Yeah. I think I'm going to try to do something educational with some of this time I have to sit here and think about all these things, I think I should share them with others so people can make informed decisions about what they're doing, what they're really supporting, when they don't frickin' know. I mean, how many of you know that you're subsidizing Walmart payroll? Yeah, every time you shop at Walmart, you're you're picking up the slack on the low wages they pay their employees, because they have a phone number for employees who work there. It's like a hotline to the commissioner, but it's a hotline to the food stamp application person. If you work at Walmart, you're eligible for food stamps. And we don't care, right? You save a buck, tough shit. People just care about themselves. I sometimes wonder if the word ethical is a word that people know the correct definition of. I mean, are any of you aware that of the reason why and how Walmart can undercut their prices, and nobody else has lower prices than Walmart by far, and they're making sure of that, and I'll be right back to tell you how they do it. Okay, as I was saying, Walmart is so big that they have the vendors by the short hairs, and they demand that the vendors sell their goods. I'll take, for instance, I believe it's Maybelline that women my age still use from high school. Even though we try all these other great ones, we always go back to the pink and green. Well, you can go to Walmart and get it for $1 or $2 cheaper, and everything else in there. Because if the vendors won't sell their product to Walmart for less than they sell it to everybody else, and Walmart takes their product off the shelf, that could bankrupt a company. Yep. And people keep going shopping there. I had a friend who said, we were standing around talking about that, and I said I wouldn't shop there. They were selling, big screen TVs for $1. He said I wouldn't go there if they're giving the shit away for free. So, by shopping there, we get to pay for their food stamps. To me, it doesn't matter how little money I make. I wouldn't go there if they were giving it away for free either. It's disgusting. But as long as the shoppers are happy, who cares? I don't know who really owns Walmart for sure. We'd all be pretty surprised if we knew who really owned the businesses that the chain businesses, not the locally owned ones by, people in our community, which we choose first always. And if people would just stop shopping there, just stop, everybody. It's a nasty ass place. It's like being in a third world country. You better be able to hold your breath for a long fucking time if you have to go to the bathroom at Walmart. The smell alone, their restroom, drive your ass right out the front door. So gross. Oh, how do I know that? I don't shop at Walmart. Well, I went to Walmart before, like 15 years ago, a couple times. Then after I found out Sam's was owned by Walmart, no more Sam's. And it's been reported that I don't know if they own Walmart or they're the top executives, CEO, whatever. They make millions, if not billions. They make enough to pay their workers a fair wage. They make more money than, sure, you could figure out ways to spend it. St. Jude's would be happy for any kind of donation. So would PETA. So would the few people that are trying to save our waterways. See, if people are not understanding what's going on. When this Corona My Ass came out, what did people go for first? They went out and bought every roll of toilet paper they could find. That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. I couldn't believe it. Toilet paper. Wonder how that tastes for dinner. Yeah. Don't forget about McDonald's either. It's been reported that McDonald's goes to countries that have, the big rainforests and the forests that are so very, very important. And they're slowly, hopefully it's stopped by now, but cutting it down to graze the cattle. That we buy in the form of hamburgers. And when I was coming back here, there was a guy on the news talking about how human beings, our diet, we're slowly killing ourselves by the way we eat. I do my best. I've been a hardcore vegan before, and I think I'm gonna go back to that because I just don't want to be a part of the factory farming. And if you've seen what I've seen, and I didn't mean to see it, I don't need to be convinced. I already know. But there's some good documentaries that if people take a couple minutes and watch it, they might think twice about what they're eating and why. Because it's convenient. And this reckless breeding of pets. Okay. Yeah. You want to go to Japan and have a horse burger, a whale burger? Oh, that's okay. As long as people enjoy it, who gives a fuck about anything else? Or the time I saw on this documentary these huge dump trucks that were so big that a man could stand next to one of them, and he wasn't even half as tall as one of the tires on those damn things. And there was one after another, after another, after another, dumping millions of, the bait ball fish, the white fish, and now we're wondering, why are certain marine animals starving to death? I mean, just because we over-harvested their food and then threw it away. We wonder, why are these whales starving? And the pets, part about the pets. Okay, you go rescue a cat or a dog because of the reckless, irresponsible breeding of them. And what do you feed them? Bags full of animal parts. So how many thousands of animals would you say would have to be slaughtered to feed a dog for 12 years? I'm sure it's gotten a little bit better now, but a few years back I was reading something when I could still read. Thank you very much. That there were so many cats that if we split them up equally between every person in the U.S. got the same amount of cats, split them all up equal, we would each have 64 cats. And I don't know. I don't even know why it's legal. Puppy mills try and turn these dogs into little science experiments, breed them down, breed them with other dogs that have certain qualities that people like. So, hey, if mankind likes it, wants it, then I guess they get it at any cost. And the first time I heard, I was reading a book, it was a really long time ago. And this couple that actually they had made a lifetime of interviewing people who've had contact with extraterrestrials, and they put that out there. What if they harvest us like we do animals? That would be okay, right? Because we're top of the food chain. So if we get topped, I guess the same rules apply. What's wrong with that? I don't see how anybody who goes to the store and buys meat either they don't know what the fuck they're doing or they don't care. So, and if people don't care about the animals, why don't you look at a documentary on pig farms down in Georgia or something like that. The nasty, vile pollution they put out. And what they do to these pigs. No. I'd rather starve. Tell you the truth, I never felt more healthy than when I was a hardcore vegan, and I didn't care if I couldn't get something to eat that had no animal products in it. I didn't eat. And I don't know what I've gone through several, I don't know how long they lasted, because it just starts to build up and build up on my mind. What the hell am I doing? Why am I doing this? Because I know how that shit, I know how it works. Everybody does. And like I said, maybe we're next. Just put us in little cages and give us food and water. Yeah. Then pretty much the cattle, they hit them in the head. It's supposed to knock them out. It's supposed to be more humane. But it's not. There's plenty of undercover video of the cattle being picked up by one of their legs, taken around, and these machines come out, chop off their feet, and somebody else cuts their hide, rips it off them. They're still fully aware of what's going on, looking around. And that's okay. How's that okay? Yeah. It's going to come down to it. And anybody who's been listening for the last 20 some odd years knows what's going on now, because the bread basket is not going to be full for much longer. Yeah. And California, huge agriculture. I saw a report on television, it was at least a year ago, that they were tapping into fossil water. And fossil water is just there, and it's been there for maybe millions of years. And when that's empty, it's empty. So then what is California going to do? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to take water from the ocean and make it drinkable, just like they do with our sewage water. The animals, I mean, you really don't want to eat marine life anymore, because it's full of toxins, heavy metals, plastic. And besides, who are we to take another's life? It's wrong. The old saying goes, comes around, goes around. Yeah. I don't mind, if that's true, it's fine with me. I'll take what I've got coming to me.
How much 60 minutes in here? Or?